Hi, I'm Megan, and here's what readers are saying about One More Chance by Reno R. Mist. Levi gets another chance in life after destroying his first attempt with poor decisions, including cheating on his wife. When he returns, he vows to do everything right and turns promises into action. When his original past comes back to haunt his new future, along with an upcoming global pandemic, will Levi be able to change the course of his life? This book was so unique and seriously wonderful. This had some amazing character growth and development all around, with scenes that brought tears to my eyes, as well as a racing heart in all the right moments. I loved watching relationships get rebuilt, and the situation with Violet made me so happy to see it resolved the way it was. I thoroughly enjoyed this book and cannot wait to read more from Mist. Ashley from Goodreads. What if you could wake up in the past, armed with the devastating knowledge of every mistake you're about to make? Reno R. Mist's One More Chance hurls readers into this heart-stopping scenario through Levi Shaw, a man who opens his eyes 12 years in the past, back to the moment that will define the rest of his life. This isn't your typical time travel romance where magical solutions fix everything with a wave of destiny's hands. Mist crafts something far more brutal and beautiful, a story where knowledge becomes both blessing and curse. Levi knows his affair with Angie will destroy his marriage to Sloane. He knows their children will suffer unimaginable fates. He knows a global pandemic will tear the world apart. Yet, knowing and changing are two entirely different beasts. What makes this novel extraordinary is how Mist refuses to let Levi off easy. Every conversation with Sloane feels like walking through a minefield of their shared history. Every interaction with their children, Violet and Liam, carries the weight of futures that must not come to pass. The author masterfully balances the supernatural premise with raw human emotion, creating a narrative that feels both fantastical and painfully real. Tyler from Goodreads. I must admit that I was initially unaware of the book's subject matter. However, the captivating cover and title drew me in. This is the author's debut novel, and I have already pre-ordered the next one. This book compelled me to engage in deep contemplation and pose uncomfortable questions. I found myself compelled to annotate and write notes throughout my reading. I have never encountered a book like this before. It is a book that will undoubtedly leave a lasting impression on me. I thoroughly enjoyed this book and its characters. It is important to note that the book is set during the pandemic, a period that undoubtedly brought immense hardships. I believe that many readers, both seasoned and novice, will cherish the memories of those years. While this book did take me slightly longer to complete, I was unable to detach myself from the world and characters. Every aspect of this book was truly remarkable. If you ever have the opportunity to read this book, I highly recommend it. However, it is essential to be aware that there are certain triggers present within the book. Therefore, I strongly advise you read them thoroughly. I believe I have discovered a new author whom I will eagerly anticipate future releases. I am deeply grateful to the author and the book talkers for this extraordinary opportunity that will forever be etched in my memory. Amanda from BookBub. This book had me hooked from the first page. I love a good second chance romance, but One More Chance takes it to a whole nother level. Adding time travel, betrayal, redemption, and just the right amount of emotional chaos. It's not just romance, though. There's suspense, a bit of dystopian edge, and some paranormal twists that keep you guessing. You get action, heartbreak, steamy tension, and those small moments of hope that make you want to see these two find their way back to each other. If you love dark romance with second chances, angsty tension, and characters that feel raw and real, definitely give this one a shot. Be prepared to experience a range of emotions. Linda from Amazon. I give no spoilers as this story deserves and needs to be experienced with no knowledge of the journey you're about to take. I was immediately sucked into the book, realizing very quickly that I was reading something special. The emotions I felt, the pain so vividly described. The quality of writing is top class. Intelligently written, with the ability to bring a story to life. Absolutely brilliant. An absolute must read. Carol from Amazon. And that is what readers are saying about One More Chance by Reno R. Mist. Happy reading!